Yeah, 1 2 1 2.
Hey yo, AC.
1 2 1 2. Mic check. Hey, can y'all hear me out there? Ukraine on the set, bang. Against all odds. Against all odds. Against all odds.
Welcome to Saturday Night Live with the Calvin Dean Show. My name is Calvin Dean, and man, how about Thursday? Wow, did we have a great game on Thursday. You know, those Packers look just all world. Didn't they look all world? And man, guess what? Guess who covered the game and guess who gave the Packers the win? This guy. Yeah. Gonna have a lot of that this year. Hey, let's get right down to it. First game we have on Sunday is the Chicago Bears going into D-Town, Motown, whatever you want to call it. It's Detroit. They're playing the Lions. Man, the Bears, they blew that lead. Caleb Williams looked great in the first half, great in the third quarter, but then the fourth quarter gave it up to the Minnesota Vikings. Their defense looked too good, and J.J. McCarthy became alive that game. I just don't see the Bears winning this game. There's a 5.5 point spread. Now, that's going to be tough. I think that the Detroit Lions will come up on top with this game, 26-20. Give it up to the Detroit Lions over the Chicago Bears. I love that stuff. Man, the next game we have is the New York Football Giants going into Dallas, playing the Dallas Cowboys. The Giants looked terrible last week. They couldn't keep Russell Wilson from being sacked, man, and I just don't know. All they do is throw it to neighbors. There's got to be more than just throw it to neighbors. There's has to be. But they're in Dallas. They're playing Dallas, their arch nemesis. And man, Dallas looked very good against Philly. If it wasn't for CeeDee Lamb dropping those passes, man, it would have been a closer game. I think that the Dallas Cowboys would have won. My lock of the week is the Dallas Cowboys to beat the New York Football Giants. What a great game. And the next game is the San Francisco 49ers going into New Orleans, playing the New Orleans Saints. Man, I tell you, this is going to be a tough one. The Niners are giving up 3 points on the road without Brock Purdy, without Kittle. Very, very tough game. Give it up to the San Francisco 49ers. The next game we have is the Seattle Seahawks going into Steel Town, playing the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's their home opener. Man, this is going to be a tough one. Seattle's defense is just all that and then some. The defense of the Steelers got rolled last week. The Jets scored 32 points against Pittsburgh Steelers. They could not stop the run. Breece Hall was all that and then some. And I just don't see, just because they're at home and they're going to regroup and their defense is going to be better. I think it's going to be a defensive game. I really do. I don't see the Pittsburgh Steelers winning their home opener. I just don't see it, guys. This is my upset special of the week. My upset special of the week is the Seattle Seahawks. Sorry, Greg. Sorry, Jonathan. And sorry, Casey. Your Pittsburgh Steelers are going to lose this game. Give it up to the Seattle Seahawks. Wow, man. What an upset special. Wow. Now, the next game, we have the Cleveland Browns going into Baltimore, playing the Baltimore Ravens. Man, they are just smarting, losing to the Buffalo Bills that way. Man. Usually it's like the 6th game they do something like that, but it was the first game of the season. I think Baltimore is just going to roll on the Cleveland Browns. I just don't see the Browns even coming close in this game. I'm going to give this game up to the Baltimore Ravens, 31-17, giving it up to the Baltimore Ravens. Yeah. Woo. It's going to be a good game. Man, the next game we have the Miami Dolphins hosting the New England Patriots. Miami, I called it last week, the Indianapolis Colts to beat Miami, and I was right. I knew they would. And I just don't see Miami. I mean, they're in disarray. Everyone's saying, oh, they're at home. It's the humidity, blah, 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 blah. I just think that that New England Patriots are better coached for this game. I think it's going to be a close game. I think Miami will keep it close. 24-21, give it up to the New England Patriots. Yeah. Man, I love that. Love it, love it, love it. The next game, we have the Jacksonville Jags going into Cincinnati, playing the Cincinnati Bengals. Marlon, close your ears on this one. Cincinnati only scored 17 points last week. 17 points. I know it was against the Cleveland Browns, but still, they looked terrible. I mean, their offense wasn't clicking. Their defense wasn't clicking, and they barely won. And the Jacksonville Jags looked all world. I think everyone's, they're writing off the Jags. They're thinking, it's the Jacksonville Jags. But the Jags have a great defense. Allen, man, and then their offense, Thomas and Hunter and Trevor Lawrence. Man, I'm telling you, Strange on the tight end. He's great as well. I just don't see the Bengals winning this game. The Bengals are favored by 3.5 points. This is another upset, guys. This is another upset. I'm giving this one up to the Jacksonville Jags. Oh yeah, to beat the Bengals at home for the Bengals. Woo. Smarts. That's gonna smart. The next game, we have the Los Angeles Rams going into Tennessee, playing the Tennessee Titans. Man, the Rams, they have such a great offense. Their offense is just, I love it. Matthew Stafford, Tom Brady was talking about the one quarterback that he really loves. And he says that Matthew Stafford, that's his quarterback this year. Yeah. Matthew Stafford, he's calling it. And man, I think so too. I think Matthew Stafford is much better than everyone claims that he is. And he's going to show it this game. He's going to show it. He's going to light it up to Devontae, Puka Nacua, and Williams. Guys, they're stacked. I know that the Tennessee Titans defense is very good with Simmons. I think they'll give the Rams a great game. I really do. The point spread is 5.5 points. I think the Titans will cover the 5.5 points. Give it up to the Rams. 24-21, the Los Angeles Rams. Wow, that's a great game. It's going to be a good game to watch. The next game, guys, we have the Buffalo Bills going into New York, playing the New York Jets. The Jets played great against the Pittsburgh Steelers. They really did. And that Buffalo defense looked terrible against the Baltimore Ravens. They rolled 40 points against them. And they just couldn't stop the run. They couldn't stop the pass. And, Henry's fumble at the end did it in. But, he fumbled. It's not like they punched it out. He just fumbled the ball. They got lucky. But, hey, you got Josh Allen. And they're going to have another remarkable comeback in this game. I think it might be a lower scoring game. I think the Jets will surprise everyone in this game. They're going to keep it close. 29-26. Give it up to Buffalo Bills. Oh, yeah. Man, the next game, we have the Carolina Panthers going into Arizona, playing the Arizona Cardinals. Kyler Murray, Connors, Benson. It goes on and on. And, the Carolina Panthers always start slow and they finish hot. And it's going to be the same on this game. The Cardinals are at home. They're giving you up 4.5 points, man. Take the Cardinals in a heartbeat on this one, guys. Take the Cardinals in a heartbeat. Cardinals over the Panthers. Oh, yeah. They'll cover as well. The next game we have is the Broncos. This is an interesting game. We have the Broncos going into Indianapolis, playing the Indianapolis Colts. Man, the Colts are getting dissed by so many analysts. I mean, there's remember Daniel Jones, how he was before. He's not really that good. I mean, it was a fluke that he played that well. Well, it was the first time he ever played with a team that actually had a offensive line that actually blocked for him. So, I mean, he's not like a gunslinger like Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes. He just isn't. But he's not that bad. Sorry, Zoe, my niece Zoe. She loves those Broncos, man. She loves those Broncos. Cover your ears on this one. The Broncos are giving up 2.5 points. Giving up 2.5 points to the Colts. The Colts are at home, guys. At home. I'm sorry. I think the Colts are going to win this game. I think they're going to win again. I really do. I think it's going to be a very, very low-scoring game. I'm giving the Colts 23-20. Give it up to the Indianapolis Colts at home. Wow, that's going to be a good game. It's going to be a great game. The next game is the game of the week. It is. It's the rematch of the Super Bowl at 4:25 p.m. Oof. Man, this is going to be such a great game. We have the Philadelphia Eagles going into Kansas City, playing the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, mind you, Colin Hurd said this, and he's right. He said, look at the Green Bay Packers with your eyes open, and then look at the Kansas City Chiefs with your eyes wide open, and look at their offense compared to the Green Bay Packers. Think about it, guys. Look at their offense, and it's night and day. I'm sorry. The Kansas City Chiefs are getting 1.5 points at home. 1.5 points. I'm sorry. This is Kansas City. They might try to keep it close. I don't think it's going to be that close. I'm giving it up to the Philadelphia Eagles over the Kansas City Chiefs, 31-20. Give it up to the Philadelphia Eagles. Wow. 0-2 Kansas City Chiefs. Who thought of it? Who would think? But they're going to be 0-2 after this game. The next game, we have Sunday Night Football. I love Sunday Night Football. The Atlanta Falcons, the Vikings. That Vikings defense is just too much. Am I bought on J.J. McCarthy? Not bought on him yet. The first 3 quarters of last week's game was horrendous. It wasn't pretty. Then in the fourth quarter, he came alive, but I don't think it was just him coming alive. I think the defense and the running game came alive. But this game is going to be an interesting game. I think the Vikings defense is much too good for the Atlanta Falcons. They're at home. I just don't see it happening for the Falcons. They're giving the Falcons 4.5 points. I think it's going to be 28-23, giving it up to the Minnesota Vikings. Jeff Johnson's going to love me on that one. The next game, we have 2 Monday Night Football games. Yes, 2 Monday Night Football games, guys. We have the Bucs, the first game, going into Houston, playing the Houston Texans. The Bucs defense, I'm not bought on it yet. Their offense is starting to gel. I mean, they didn't gel too much last week. They barely won. The Houston Texans are giving 2.5 points. I mean, the Houston Texans are giving 2.5 points to the Bucs. I know it's a home game. I just know it's a home game for Houston, but man, I think the Bucs are a better team. I just do. If they were playing like they were when he was a rookie, the Texans, and he had that team, yeah, I'd give it up to the Texans. But not this game. Something's off with the Houston Texans. They do have that great defense. The Bucs, they have a great offense. I think their offense comes alive this game. The Bucs are going to beat the Houston Texans on Monday Night Football. Give it up to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I love it. The next game we have is the last game of week 2. And man, Boy, do we have a game for you. We have the Los Angeles Chargers going into Sin City, playing the Las Vegas Raiders. I love saying that. The Raiders. I think the Raiders did great last week. I think they're very underestimated. I think the Raiders have a better team than everyone thinks they do. The Raiders had 56 yards on the ground, 333 yards in the air. That was pretty impressive. They're not going to stop Bowers. They're going to stop someone. They're going to either have to stop Jacoby Myers or Bowers. I know they'll stop the run game, the Chargers, and they're going to have to stop either Bowers or Jacoby Myers. I think they'll take Jacoby Myers out of the game. It's really hard to stop Bowers, man, because he's so good and he's all over the field. And he's always going in motion. It's going to be tough. It's going to be really tough to stop him. I think the whole team will step up for the Los Angeles Chargers. The Chargers are giving out 3.5 points on the road in Vegas. I think the Chargers will have just a slight letdown. In the end, I definitely see the Chargers beating the Las Vegas Raiders. Give it up to the Los Angeles Chargers over the Las Vegas Raiders. Wow. Thank you so much for listening to Calvin Dean Show. Remember, subscribe, turn your notifications on, and comment. Thank you so much. I'll see you next week.
Yeah, 1 2 1 2.
Hey yo, AC.
1 2 1 2. Mic check. Hey, can y'all hear me out there? Ukraine on the set, bang. Against all odds. Against all odds. Against all odds.